I mean, you want to come to Thanksgiving and talk to my uncle?
This might be interesting. Maybe. No.
I don't want to put you through any labors.
I wear my I Love Obama t-shirt. No.
You think he could?
No.
Yes. I want you to carry it my torch. No, I'm leaving.
Stand.
Around tomorrow. Please carry on and
Your uncle
push
probably not. Your uncle is not getting changed, but at least I need you to have my back.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm
absolutely.
asking for.
And I mean, the thing that's infuriating with me with please, yes, please,
yeah,
no.
What I was gonna say is, what I found is a lot of times when we have conversations about race with people who don't think that they're racist, instead of starting out by saying, oh, you know, you're a racist, what I like to do is I like to point out, hey, you know, that view that you said, it sounded to me like it wasn't super supportive of the black community. And instead of like putting them immediately into the defensive mode, I like to call out their bias in them, because I think there are people who don't realize that they're racist and they have those racist views. But instead of categorizing people as racist, I like to instead see them as someone who has the potential of becoming not racist, but has a bunch of racist bias. And in that way, instead of just labeling people as unchangeable, impossible people, instead we're seeing those individual things and saying, hey, as a non-black person, let me help you become less biased and less racist.
And more aware of what you're saying.
Yeah, less on the defensive.
Like I teeter on this on two sides, right? So like, you know, I do agree everyone should be seen as like a clean slate necessarily when you're talking to them and you're actually giving them dialogue that makes them think. But at the same time, there's gonna be some people that are just so in their backfire effect that they're like, anything you throw at them will just be propaganda in their mind, right?
Yep.
And you know, you see this all the time with people that are like, oh, you're just anti-white, or I'm not a self-hating white person. Like, why should I give you, you know, the time of day, whatever. And it's like, you know, those are the kind of the same people that are gonna call me, you know, a shit skin. And it's like, okay, yeah, you know, pardon my French, but like, you know, it happens. And I think that that's really, at the end of the day, what really needs to be like thought about, as you know, in communities like right here, where we're really like trying to figure out, you know, where everyone stands and, you know, how to combat this active thing, is how do we really decide when somebody is too far gone, or when they're, you know, still able to be, you know, talked to decently.
Like you're talking about two different people. You're talking about someone who's made a comment with like, an inherent bias that maybe they're not aware of, and you're saying like, hey, let's bring you into the space to have a conversation and like bring this to light and say, did you know that comment was actually like kind of ridiculous? Let's talk about it. And you're like maybe on another, like further along the spectrum of like somebody who's just kind of like you said, anything you say to them is just going to be propaganda, right? So is your uncle at Thanksgiving going to be like willing to have this conversation, or is he too far gone? And like, it's, I guess like with marketing, right? Like, know your audience, and like, are the people you're speaking to going to be receptive to what you're saying, or are they just going to completely shut you off? Are they the sort of person that's going to respond to a camera being put in their face being like, I'm taping you, this is going straight to your boss? Or are they someone that you can like maybe have a chat with? And it's just like, we interact with so many different people throughout our day. I think even like the first brave steps that we can do is like having that conversation like, hey, did you know that, like, that's kind of hectic what you just said, like, let's chat about it. And I think that's like,
no matter how uncomfortable that conversation gets,
yeah, and it's
you
gotta
have
be
to have it.
And you gotta
have
Be
to
ready
have
for it to be
Also, it's
uncomfortable.
I yelled at my own grandmother.
So you should know.
Yeah.
So.
But
Don't be
He's not
afraid to push
changing,
that
he's
shit.
not-
But my question to everybody here is do we actually think anybody is a lost cause? I think there's a viral picture going around of, I think it was South Carolina, that a man has swastika tattoos. He was a former Klans member, and he marched at a Black Lives Matter movement. He marched at a rally. He has changed his ways. So if a man who literally has a swastika tattoo and was a Klans member is marching, my uncle is not too far gone.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I mean,
Nobody is too far gone.
keep
If
hope
a
alive.
man with a swastika tattoo can change his ways, your uncle, your grandma, your aunt, your mother, your father is not too far gone, and you're gonna have to have a really fucking awkward conversation, and you're gonna have to keep having the awkward conversation until they fucking figure it out.
I'm not, you know,
Well said, brother. Well said. Well
But
said.
sometimes you are not in the right position to change one particular person's mind, so it's better to save your effort for where it's better. And once
Yeah.
you're
Conserving
in,
energy.
once they're open to listening to you, it also helps to educate yourself on the history, the like very storied history of racial segregation, so that you can actually convince them. And to that end, there are like many videos you can watch, many books you can read. I recommend So You Want to Talk About Race, and also Black Visions, which is a book on black political ideologies throughout history from the civil rights movement onwards. So You Want to Talk About Race and Black Visions. Those are two really good books.
So you want to talk about race and black visions?
Yes.
Got it.
Well, and I think to your point, that's why it's so important to ask questions, because when you're having those hard conversations, asking like, what was your experience that makes you think that way, and what have you been through that made you come to that conclusion, gets people to kind of cycle back and think about what they're actually saying instead of just like blurting out comment. Like I know with my mom, she used to be very, very bigoted, and I would just get angry and yell at her, and that didn't go anywhere until I started finally asking her questions, being like, hey, how did you get to that conclusion? Why are you thinking this way? And then she actually had to like talk it out to herself and realize how horrible the words were coming out of her mouth.
And how she now?
We're better.
We're better. I should come to your house and come to your house.
You're gonna make a lot of Thanksgiving trips.
But in the meantime, I don't know. Everyone just starts saying, I'll say hi to more white people. But right, it's a given. I grew up that way. I don't have an issue with any white people, right? So the color is not a problem for a black person looking at a white person. The color, cross that off. And then it just comes to, are you a good or bad person for me? So that's what I look at. But it just starts with saying hi. I don't know, go to a civil rights museum, go to a black church. Just do something outside your comfort zone. Looking for something small little stuff. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, so much love.
Turns into something. You start with something. Every little beautiful little vibe you give somebody will turn it. It's bubbles and ripples, and you like it spreads. And pretty soon people are healing that aren't even connected to you, that are in another state somewhere else, and we're all just. It's every little bit of love you can give rather than hate.
We talk about the butterfly effect, like with time travel and shit. And people, I mean, I've been at these protests and I've been talking to myself and talking to friends, going, is this making a difference? Are we changing anything? And like, if we really think about it, butterfly can fucking flap its wings and cause a fucking tsunami. Like, this is way bigger than a fucking butterfly flapping its fucking wings,
are you going to say hi to me and hopefully we're not sitting here at Christmas time, but are you going to say hi to me if you're walking down this street and I walk right past you Christmas time?
Yeah.
Are you going to say hi to me?
I'm going to give you a hug.
That's what I mean.
I'm going to give you a hug anytime I see you.
That's like Christmas time we can hug people
Yeah,
again.
when we can hug people again.
I don't speak for all black people. This black person is looking for small, simple things. Say hi, have my back. If you hear someone calling me, and for me, it's this simple, the N-word, right? You know, that's all we want. And get out and vote and go to a Donald Trump rally, right? Because you need to look the person in the eye. And I went to his rallies. So you need to see what's going on, so then you see it yourself.
Give you a lot of respect.
Wow, respect. Yeah, that is tough.
Like just saying hi to people.
I'm fearful of doing it.
I've lived in Seattle my whole life. I don't know where the hell it came from, but there's this culture of like, don't talk to each other type of thing. Like, don't talk to me. I don't know what that is, but it's out there. And it even has the term of Seattle Freeze. Like, people think we don't like each other or something like that. So I think like right now this is a great moment for a call to action of like, start saying saying hi to
Say
people.
hi.
Like, you're gonna have uncomfortable moments.
Let's melt the freeze.
It's
Let's
going to
melt
happen.
the freeze.
You're going to have uncomfortable moments of people like, why the hell are you talking to me? But you're still going to have plenty of moments of people be like, oh, someone wants to talk to me. Cool. So I think that's like, that would be a great call to action right now.
Well, I'll ask you, if I walk down the street past you 2 weeks ago, like, would you say hi to me?
No, I probably wouldn't because, like I said, that's ingrained in me. It's like you just don't, you're bothering someone if you say hi.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell it came from, but that's...
No worries. Okay. Would anyone not say hi to me because I'm a black person and they're not black? I just want to know if
I don't think it's because you're black. I think it's because a social norm that we don't. You're a stranger. We don't talk to strangers. I mean, you have mommy and daddy tell you that all the time. Don't talk to strangers. So, you know, when I walk to work every single morning, my head's down, my earbuds are in, I get on the bus, I sit here.
Exactly.
Why don't we need conversation cafes in the back of the bus? Just like make that a conversation zone.
And you like
right?
Conversation, I'd be like, oh hey, what's up? And I'd like, because I'm a friendly person, but for some reason that barrier is there ingrained in me of like, don't bother people.
Okay.
But like if you said hi to me, I'd be like, oh hey, what's up? And if you like, it's clear you were open to a conversation, I could talk your ear off for like half an hour.
I mean, it would be cool if, I don't know, like tomorrow or just today. Oh, like today. No, start tomorrow. Like you literally walk past someone and one person who is black, say hi. They might go, I don't know, but just say hi. And I'm just curious to see just how that goes. They might not say anything to you. They might keep walking, you know, but just see where that goes. I'm just curious.
Can everyone here agree to do that? Who's taking action on that?
I'm just curious. I'm just throwing it out there. Because I say hi, I just, you know, I'm just...
It's like if I saw your shirt, I would definitely say something, you know? I'd be like, that's the coolest shirt I've seen in a minute, you know? Well, I know for me and like a lot of my brothers, a lot of my friends, like if like someone came up to us and just said hi and walked away, like we wouldn't acknowledge them and we'd probably walk away and like say, you know what I mean? It's like have something to contribute. Like even if you like, I know like I've seen like a lot of people in grocery stores just like walk by someone, like a random black person and say like Black Lives Matters, you know? Like something of significance instead of just saying hi, like something to show like you support, like would definitely like be more engaging and would get you like a response and create like more community.
That's where people get uncomfortable, right?
But like, who am I to say Black Lives Matter to you?
Yeah.
But it's just like it's to show like we're all like on the same team, you know?
Yeah. Just like I don't know if anybody seen me with my little fluorescent arts and crafts sign that said "Dear white people," no, "Dear white supporters, thanks for having my back." So I'm sure a lot of people probably confused about that, but some people need, people need validation, and I literally want to let people know, thank you, because one knows the smoke and the grenades and all that was a flying, the white people were running that way, and I was retreating and going that way. So I really want you to know that if you're here, sitting here, that this is huge for me. Watching that film the other day, when we came up from a march, and I'm looking up and I see 98%, I don't know, I just grabbed that figure, white people sitting there and Angela Davis is on the screen. I got news for you. That is huge. My father and mother would watch that stuff and all black people break down and crying. So to see a white crowd watching that, see, that's huge. So that's why I say we're just looking for small things. Say hi, have my back when you hear someone calling someone nigger, and that was huge for me. I don't even say that. And I know, and also some people are confused because some people say the word, okay, well they said nigga, N-I-G-G-A, and they can say it, why can you say it? I mean, there are people, and I'm one of them, that I was raised, that is something disrespectful, and you don't say, I'm just saying, you know? And then I'm one black person. I don't have all the answers, right? And again, I don't need you to give your mic to me because I'm black. It is 2020, life is short. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I'm a vet, and I just lost my mom January 31st. So I'm just saying, all I'm just saying is life is short. Black people have been through so much, and just because I keep talking about black people, well, it's a black gathering. I mean, we're talking about black people. It's not like, okay, I love strawberry just because I love strawberry doesn't mean I don't like pistachio. But right now the subject is being black. But I just want you to know, I keep repeating this, that it's just small things black people are asking for you to just stand up to us, you know, when we're not around and your friends are talking about black people, and just say hi, you know, that's it.
And that's a big thing, is white people in a room full of white people are gonna act differently. And me as a white person, when I'm in a room full of white people, I need to be accountable for my black friends. And I need to be accountable for my Asian friends. And when something goes down and I'm the only ally in the room, we all have to shut them up.
That's right.
As white people.
That's right.
When you're in a room full of white people, you need to be the voice of reason.
Confront it.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm gonna take some walks. If someone want to sit down, lovely talking.
I'll add on to that. I'm not gonna lie. I've had plenty of situations where I've been in a room with white people and someone said something they shouldn't have